All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Blockbuster Brothers. Today we are talking about new Amazon Prime series, We Are Liars. Not us, but them. They're the liars. Steven, you get a chance to check it out. What'd you think?
Yes, I did get to check it out. Not a lie. And just wanted to start off here. According to our sources on Grok, and I was looking for the budget of a show, this show in particular. Now, Brian and I have discussed this in the past, but newer shows these days in movies are very less clear and honest or whatever. They're not forthright with their budget.
Transparent.
There it is. I knew it was there. So they don't have a specific budget. However, comparable YA, young adult, or psychological thriller series on streaming platforms, for example, The Summer I Turned Pretty or Cruel Summer, have a per episode budget of about 2 to 8 million. Now, when I watched this show, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, this is not a cheap show, like at all. With that being said, I really thought it was very well done. It's certainly not skewed, probably for maybe someone like me. I think it's more like teenagers, kind of. I mean, obviously YA, but I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I think it's a huge win for Amazon Prime. I think this show is going to do very well.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that you can say about Amazon Prime and Amazon Studios is they're throwing money at stuff. I mean, it doesn't always stick, but they're throwing money at stuff, and I see a lot of them going for like star power. And this one, there are some stars, but it's not as loaded with that. I think it kind of threw me off that I thought it was going to be a little bit more of this romance, and the more they dived into the crime and the murder mystery, the more I started to like it. The grittier it was. Again, it has a very polished feel. I think it's a little like has moments of like campiness maybe to me. But I think it's supposed to be maybe soap opera is the more the correct term. But I think if you're looking for a good drama, if you're into romance crime, and I think this is a project definitely worth checking out. I think again it's a good indication of Amazon Prime is willing to spend good money on these shows. I think that they're getting better. I like to see them getting away from the star talent and trying to discover new talent. Again, it's about story. And if you've got a good story, I don't think it matters who's in it. I think that that's all smoke and mirrors. So that's my 2 cents. Steven, you got any cents to spare?
Well, no, I mean, that caught me off guard. No, but I think to your point, the main actress in this is Emily Lind, right? And she has done stuff, but nothing that you're like, oh, she was the star of the Marvel movie, or this is kind of a bunch of actors that are very talented, but you wouldn't necessarily jump off the page as stars. And so I think, again, to your point, Brian, this was very good, and and here's also one thing I just want to say: the pacing on the editing. This show is some of the best I've seen in a while. It flows very crisply. It holds when it needs to. It'll pop, move through things quickly as well. I think the camera work is pretty good. So again, kind of already beat all these drums here, but just wanted to reiterate, think it's a very good show.